Welcome to Jen's talk show.
Wait.
Show. Yeah. Oh, a little bit more about the Starbucks thing. They were doing a deal a BOGO deal, and me, Starbucks lover for maybe 3-4 years now. I saw on the app because I was just like curious. I don't know how. It was a happy accident thing, and I saw the coupon, so we decided to go. And the barista cashier, she accidentally ordered us 2 caramel macchiatos because that's for Jen, and I got the caramel brulee latte, and one of the caramel macchiatos was the free drink, but we ended up getting 2 drinks for free because we didn't realize that they already made the extra caramel macchiato, so that's what happened. And then Jin, he tied his hair up because it was Jin right there, it was starting to rain, so that's why if you notice his hair is up now. Anyways, we're gonna head to the bookstore. I don't know how to end this. Transition time.
What's in this book?
I thought it was a lesson thing, but I think it's just a catalog of all of their merch. Maybe or a Real Akuma art book. I don't know.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so we just got back from Kinokuniya, and we wait, hold on. We went to Kinokuniya, right? Okay.
In McDonald's.
And McDonald's. We ate cheap food at McDonald's, and we had Starbucks.
I still have my Starbucks. I forgot to get almond milk, so I'm like slowly drinking it, but now I got the cramps.
Yeah, and I got a free drink from her. Thank you.
Yes.
So today we're actually going to be sharing our favorite memories and experiences from our trip. Susan had suggested going to Kinokuniya to basically go down memory lane, and so now that she's all freshened up with the ideas, let's get started with the 6 main questions. 12 memories, just to signify 12 days of Christmas, and 6 main topics because we're both going to have our
one of each.
favorite memory. Yeah.
Equals 12.
Okay, so let's start off with the first one. The topic is going to be Airbnb. So basically, what was your favorite part about our stay experience? Because we stayed at like 4 or 5 different places.
3 Airbnbs and 1 hotel.
What about the one in Japan on the last night?
Oh yeah, 4.
Wait, we had 1, we had 2, the one, and then we had to do that last second one.
Yeah, and then the Japan
The 4th one, then the hotel. Yeah, so basically 5 different places. We'll include a hotel for this category.
Okay.
Okay, so we got these mini whiteboards from the couple game from before.
This was when we first started kind of going out and getting to know each other. So.
Yeah. So we're going to be using those boards just to write down, and not going to show each other until our countdown.
So is it out of each Airbnb or just our favorite?
Overall, your favorite
experience or just the specific Airbnb?
I'd say your favorite memory from a specific Airbnb.
Okay.
Okay.
Figure that out.
Okay. The camera.
Oh, it's kind of long. Hopefully you can read this. I'll leave it on for like 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, and...
Oh.
Oh. That was the last Airbnb, right?
That's our the last one in Korea.
Okay, so mine was the last one in Tokyo.
Oh yeah, I didn't specify, huh?
Well, you want to explain yours first?
Okay, so mine is probably very analytical, I guess, because I'm kind of like that type of person. So I said last Airbnb and then parentheses in Korea. So I meant like last minute Airbnb that we had because we forgot that we were gonna stay one more day
Yeah.
and we had to book Airbnb like literally within 12 hours.
I think we booked it literally 8 hours before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said it was memorable because they had like a random fake flower in the middle for like I guess to make it look nice, and then Jin was playing with it, so I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah. Oh, I kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah, because I have a picture of
Yeah.
you. He was pretending to be like dead, like a yeah, like kind of funny,
Oh, yeah.
and it's to show like how tired we were. But that, and then it was our most aesthetic, and I remember we were talking about like we want to like it was like an ideal place to stay at, if we were to like rent in an apartment, and that's why it was most memorable to me because it was like talking about our future. And then they had the actual Airbnb, they had a lot of amenities like multiple towels. They even provide skincare, toothpaste, and their shower was really good. Yeah, like I think Korea in general, like the Airbnbs there, they have really good showers.
For mine, I liked the last day of Tokyo because it was more so when I planned the trip initially, like months before. I planned this booking so that we have a place to stay right before our final flight. But I didn't realize how far apart the flight and our booking checkout time actually was. It was roughly around like a 10-hour period. So what we did was on the last day we checked out very early. It was like 7:30 a.m. We went to the airport, dropped our luggage off at the luggage storage. It was like $20 for around 6 to 8 hours of usage, which is a really good deal. And then we ended up going to Yokohama, which is just it was like a few train stops away on the same like line, so it wasn't too out of the way. And we got to visit the Cup Ramen Museum. We got to go eat really good food. We got to go shopping. So all in all, it was just like a super eventful day for something that we didn't think was possible.
Yeah, and it was like also a last minute thing.
Yeah.
But it was also my favorite.
Yeah.
But like Airbnb wise, would be the that one Korean Airbnb.
Okay, so I had to charge the camera there real quick. We'll start with the second one now. So the second place is favorite place visited in Tokyo. At the same time, let's not look at the same time.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's focused.
I think it's good. Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, of course it is for yours.
Okay, you want to give your reasoning?
Okay, so I said Shibuya Sky because I think that day was just fun in general because we had a lot of time and we went to the mall and we got to do a few things. And then Shibuya Sky specifically because I like the little art installations within the building. And then of course the rooftop was great. If you go at night, it's beautiful. That's my explanation.
I was debating whether or not to put Shibuya Sky. It was a really beautiful place and I would definitely go there every single time I go back. But just, I remember the something I was looking forward to most was Yodobashi camera because we got OLED switches, which is very cheap because of the weaker currency at the time, and we saw a lot of camera equipment. It was just like a store you won't ever see here in the States. So
I think we saved about like 200 or more in USD. Yeah. And the games too.
Yeah.
That was part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Third one, our favorite food or food place in Tokyo.
Okay.
Okay, I think this one's pretty simple.
You don't even need mine then.
Okay, so we'll just go along with this. Both of us, Flippers Pancakes. We saw reviews on how good this place was before actually going.
That was
And
the only place that we waited for too. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was a little bit of a line.
it was surprisingly really good. I mean, the price was a little steep for,
For
just
Japanese pricing.
Yeah, it was like pretty steep in general. It was we ordered a lot. It was roughly around 50 USD, which is a little steep, but regardless, the food presentation amazing. The food quality was great. I think we kind of hiked up the price because I didn't know that I got 2 servings of orange juice alongside the original one, so it was like $10 for juice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like specialty drinks and then they had like savory type of like fluffy pancakes too. So we ordered one of those and then like their one of their more signature.
Hmm.
Yeah. Good choice.
Good choice.
Cuz my brain was like
We were tired. We were very
And
tired.
then you can add the
Yeah, we walked around like 25K steps a day, so it's definitely adventurous. Starting with the fourth one for our second destination, our favorite place we visited in Seoul, Korea. It's a little tough.
It was a little more chill.
Definitely a lot more chill. No,
Okay.
I know.
You want specific or like city or
Doesn't matter.
okay. There's a few that I liked. Which one? I'll just go with
You show mine.
okay, I'll show
Good.
mine. You ready?
Yeah. I don't see it. I'm looking at
Yeah, you
you.
better. Okay.
Okay, ready? 3,
Yeah.
2,
One
1.
with oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not Korean, so I didn't.
Oh, I just wrote it for a little
I didn't
extra.
write that down. Yeah.
So what was Hongdae your favorite?
Because it was the least bland out of. Wait a minute, I changed my mind. It's the digital media city place.
Really?
I like that one.
That was like one of my like. It was okay. Like, it was not on my top list though.
I like it because of the buildings were a little bit more unique. There's like little statues there.
Fair
Okay.
points.
But and they had some museums, but we went on a day where they were closed. So I guess like I liked the idea of it and just like the
giant bean.
artsiness of it. No, not the fun, but the artsiness of it. But I put Hongdae because it's more lively, and like I think it's catered more for like college students because it is next to the university. But they had better fashion there, and like more trendy places in there, and T1. They had the
Okay, I have to agree with you on that one.
what is it called? Base Camp.
Yeah.
I think that's what the store is called, and it's like a PC cafe, and they had like T1 merch and then Riot Games merch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Times Square. Pretty simple. Actually, pretty similar to the one in Tokyo. Yodobashi Camera in Tokyo, Times Square in Korea. We visited somewhere called Emart Electro Mart, and we got our Pokemon games for $17 there. And since it's not region locked, we were able to happily play all of our games that we bought there.
Mhm.
And second, just the view. You know, we were chilling at a coffee shop at like a balcony sort of area, and we got coffee. The view was just fantastic. It was night. There's like a lot of Christmas environment going on. It's just something that, you know, vibes and resonates with me, so no brainer. Moving on to the fifth one,
Yeah.
Countryside Korea.
Okay.
We were there for only like 2.5 days, but it was definitely like a welcomed part of our journey.
Just in general, it doesn't have to be a place or anything.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna show it now. Okay.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, and 1. Oh.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that too.
Oh, yours is pretty straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was it's definitely more quiet than in Korea.
Mhm.
I mean, it is in Korea. But it's more quiet than in the main city because, you know, it's kind of what was it? Because the environment in the city of Korea is a little bit more American, where it's like more people talking and stuff and like interacting.
Mhm.
But in the countryside, it's like more quiet. Everyone's doing what they're doing, and it's just like chill. No one cares, you know?
Yeah. I mean, mine's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's two, but it's actually just one. We were at like a mountainside coffee shop in the countryside. It was like at the very top of like a peak, and all of a sudden it just started snowing. And we had like really good desserts, really good drinks. They had like beautiful views, and we have like some of the loveliest photos taken there. So.
Yeah. And bonus to reflective.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, look how cute.
Alright, and our final topic for this video is going to be our favorite item bought.
I think I know your answer.
I think this is a no-brainer. You know what? I think this one's definitely a no-brainer.
I think mine is very, is different from mine first. I'll explain mine a little bit.
Okay. Look away. Okay.
Ready?
You do the countdown. You do the honors.
3, 2, 1.
What?
Are you doing
Stockings.
it?
Yeah. Decide to draw mine. I really like your reason, so I'll let you go ahead with this one.
Okay. First of all, I'm wearing it now. Right here. Oopsies. I dropped my little cushion. It's super affordable in Japan. I think we went to was it Don Quixote? I think that's where it
I don't know
was.
the pronunciation.
Yeah, it's a very popular store in Japan. It's very affordable. And like the stockings were like maybe $5 each or something. It was like 700 yen, something like that. And I bought like 2 nude packs, which is like a creamy color to match your skin, and then 2 black ones. One a little bit more see-through, which is the one I'm wearing, and then the other one a little bit thicker for the winter. So it's like a more opaque black. And the reason why I like it so much is because the ones I get in America, they break so much and they like rip when you pull. So yeah, I definitely enjoy these stockings, and they're affordable. They're not $20, they're like $5.
So there you have it. If you want stockings, then go buy them in Japan.
The only problem is if you're tall. I don't think it'll work for people that are tall, but I'm short, so it's like perfect.
So you're saying it's not gonna work for me?
Your boys are kind of big.
Shall I give an obvious explanation as, you know?
Yeah, even though we kind of explained it.
So if you can see right behind us, that's the Switch I bought, and we got a case too. This case.
Yeah.
We got like protective covers. I got accessories for my Joy-Con, and all of that was just shy of like $300. And to put into perspective, like a brand new OLED Switch here in the States is around $350, and depending on which state you live in, you got sales tax on top of that and federal tax. You know, lots of extra taxes on top of that. And here in Japan, we are fortunate enough as tourists to get tax-free. We didn't take advantage of it for this case because we didn't want to deal with any hassles with like
customs.
Yeah, like we didn't really know too much about that, and we still don't. But even with all of that combined, it was like $300, which is like this total here would have been roughly like
the case with the Switch and a game.
Yeah, and our protect the screen.
Yeah.
This would have been like close to 500 here in the States, but we got this all for like roughly 300. So it was a great deal. It was a no-brainer. Favorite item.
Yeah, and the games are more affordable. They're like on average like $30-$40 in USD.
I think it's due to weak yen currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was roughly around like 6,800 yen, or some games were even up to like 8,000 yen, depending on the popularity. I know like the Legend of Zelda ones were roughly around 8,000 to like 9,000 range, and Mario games were like 6,000 to 7,000 range. If it was like 1 USD to 100 yen, then it's definitely expensive.
Yeah.
But it was around 152 at the time of our trip, so we got a great deal on those. Yeah.
And we got the accessories. A lot of them were around like 5 USD or like 7 USD.
Yeah, it was like 2 USD for some of mine, so.
And then the cases were like maybe 10, 15.
Yeah. Yeah, our Nintendo Switch case, the official one, was like $8, and I know it's only like $14 here, but
Two. Okay.
Got matching ones.
Yeah, mine's lilac because I like lilac. And then I got the same type as him, but I have the little cute little key. What is
See
it?
your whole setup right there.
Yeah. And then I got a separate little more. They're like Pro Joy-Cons. And they were.
Oh, I really like those.
I think they're about 2,500 yen.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Or it's either 2,500 or 3,500. I don't remember, but it was still cheaper than if you were to get any type of Joy-Con here in America.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Those were our top 12 favorite memories from Japan, or top 11 because we had one similar one, or Japan and Korea. We had a lot of memories there because it was like a 2-week trip that honestly it felt like a 2-month trip in 2 weeks because we were walking so much. We visited so much.
I think we were out for 12 hours.
Yeah. And our estimated budget was if it's your first time visiting those countries, just know that your estimated budget is not going to be precise by more than half. Check out any of the recommendations. I know there's a lot to do, so feel free to ask any recommendations and we'll do our best to provide some. And if there's any insights that you could share or anything.
Yeah. Since it's my first time going international, and one thing is for sure, at least for my type of personality, it's okay to avoid touristy areas because if you go to neighboring cities, of course, you can do a little bit of research too, depending on which city it is. But if you go into lesser known cities, they still have something to offer. There's always something in that city that you can still enjoy. And the stores that we mentioned, I think they're in multiple cities anyway, so it doesn't have to be in the bigger popular cities or especially the touristy areas. But if you don't know a lot of Japanese, then it makes sense to go into the touristy areas because we went to what was that city called again? Yokohama. We went to Yokohama. There's barely any English signs, but if you go to
Akihabara.
Yeah, there, or Shibuya, they have English translations. So that's my little insight.
Great insights from a first-time traveler overseas. And if you're interested in any other content or if you like this one, please let us know and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.